Hi, my name is Nitin Jain, Vice President at Euclid Systems. Really excited to represent Euclid today. Thanks to the organizers at OIS for putting together this important event and allowing us to participate. I'm very excited to share with you more about Euclid and its great history. For background, Euclid is actually a 27-year-old company with a long-standing focus on myopia. We've enjoyed a strong market presence in myopia management, partnering closely with ECPs around the world. Euclid has also been a pioneer in working with government agencies, starting with the FDA, on receiving approvals for orthokeratology. Euclid's discipline of focusing on myopia is shown through its strong presence in the myopia epicenter, China, and more broadly, Asia. We started there 10 years ago and are the first US-based imported manufacturer to have our own subsidiary in mainland China, establishing ourselves with strong brand presence with the ECP community. We're very proud to say that our design is proven on over 2 million eyes around the world, and that number is growing by the day. Similar to Euclid's long-lasting impact for myopic patients, the technology of Ortho-K is well established. Over the last 20 years, there have been several studies touting the safety and efficacy, consistently showing temporary reduction in management of myopia. So how does it actually work? Ortho-K is a specialty contact lens that a child wears while sleeping, generally 7 to 9 hours overnight. These specially designed lenses float on a layer of tears and are held in place by the closed eyelids while sleeping. You can see on the animation the gentle interaction the lens has with the epithelial layers of the cornea. To address safety, it's well studied that the safety profile is very similar to a silicone hydrogel daily wear soft contact lens. A benefit in addition to its impact on myopia, this treatment also allows for children to see without glasses or contacts during the day, as long as they continue to wear the lenses at night. There are numerous benefits that it may offer to the child. Parents can oversee all the care as insertion and removal process happens at home. We have many years of evidence of its effectiveness at slowing excessive eye growth or axial elongation, clear vision without wearing contacts or glasses while awake, safe, low risk of infection, and may improve the ability to get LASIK as an adult. There's no prescription medications required, and it's also a fully reversible therapy. And it's also been shown to have less dry eyes compared to soft lenses. It's a fascinating technology that, although has been around for many, many years, has really found a killer clinical application for myopia management more recently. This is why Ortho-K truly is a tale of resurgence. Briefly walking through this historical timeline, it is important to note that Ortho-K for many years ago has gone through important technology evolutions to become a trusted tool in the myopia management toolbox. The original concept of Ortho-K was to design lenses with progressively flatter base curves to reshape the cornea, developed back in the 60s. But there was still a lack of clinical evidence on safety, and Ortho-K was not widely used. In the 70s, an early modification of the design was the recessed optic lens, not technically a reverse geometry design as we know today. Practitioners were still limited, though, by the lathing technology for manufacturing to actually get the lens design optimized. In the 80s and 90s, we had 3 major advancements that brought Ortho-K to really the modern age: sophisticated computer-guided lathes for manufacturing, advancements in gas-permeable lens polymers for higher oxygen permeability, and computerized corneal topography to monitor lens positioning. In the 2000s, FDA approvals are an integral part of the history of Ortho-K development, solidifying the safety and efficacy of the therapy. As the availability of Ortho-K increased, toric designs were later developed in the 2010s. These are necessary when the cornea has large enough elevation differences between the 2 meridians. This allows for the proper alignment of the lens to the cornea when it is not fully spherical. And it's not about toric vision correction, but rather about better centration. Building on this, Euclid played a pivotal role in driving the Ortho-K category to focus on myopia. We were first to apply for multi-curve FDA PMA approval for overnight Ortho-K. As mentioned before, the company strategically made a decision to focus its efforts on myopia, prioritizing young patient myopic progression versus other applications. We also formed a Chinese subsidiary, allowing us to expand our operation. China has a lot of learning we believe we can apply globally. We put a dedicated team focused on clinical education and the importance of proactive treatment. This was not a strategy about saying our product is better than your product, but rather forming strong partnerships with academic universities on proper education, research, and promoting safe use of the product. As the clinical adoption grew, this has enabled Euclid to apply this education-based approach to more markets around the world. Although a technology with a long history, there is still opportunity for innovation. We've been able to reinvest in our R&D capability and excited to bring new innovations to patients in the near future to help them continue to manage their myopia effectively. Design characteristics specific to the Euclid design are the multi-curve lens design, leveraging our unique and advanced manufacturing process, allowing for better centration, aligning to the peripheral cornea. An advanced algorithm based on very simple patient-specific measurements that allow for an optimized treatment zone. We've also made significant strides for our toric patients by incorporating limbus to limbus corneal elevation differences, allowing for that improved centration on corneal toricity. The proof point of the design really plays out with the simplicity of the fitting process for the clinician. As you can imagine, after the doctor has done the big job of ensuring the parents are confident that Ortho-K is the right fit for their child, they really want to ensure a smooth fitting process and minimize the amount of troubleshooting required. Using analysis from clinical studies that actually even included less experienced fitters, we've seen a very high first fit success of 87% using our algorithm. It requires a very simple 3 measurement process of refraction, K readings, and HVID that creates a specifically designed lens directly communicated to our lathe for manufacturing. Building on our core design technology, we are very excited to be working on next-gen technology we plan to launch in the coming years. The particular design characteristics we are optimizing are on-eye wetting to improve deposit resistance and comfortable lens wear, higher DK. So the idea is supporting healthy overnight wear for more breathability of the lens, which may be of interest, particularly in a closed eye environment while sleeping like Ortho-K. Lens durability and stability to resist warpage and minimize scratches and chips through handling of the lens. And lastly, we're continuing to challenge ourselves on helping address more difficult patients and those higher myopes. This includes new designs focused on helping enable a higher central push and providing a smaller treatment zone. Moving on from its specific advancements in Ortho-K, at Euclid, we also have a strong ambition to impact as many children with myopia as possible and as early as possible. We believe this will likely require a paradigm shift in treatment. For example, even in markets like China, with more robust treatment protocols, the clinical approach today is delivered by a collection of therapies that are not necessarily coordinated in unison for the child. There is a range of recommendations offered, as you see here, and we are only addressing a very small fraction of the children who need care. In the future, the approach to help drive this category clinically to a more scalable level is to take what we call a personalized chronic treatment approach. I worked in the diabetes and obesity space for many years, and as many of you know, this personalized treatment pathway is a well-established approach with chronic illnesses. As our community continues to get better about collecting clinical outcomes, coupled with an understanding of the pathophysiology of myopia, we at Euclid are very excited about the potential opportunities that presents to better treat the patient. We are not looking to be in a space where we are touting, here's why Ortho-K is the best modality for myopia management, but rather it may be the best option for this type of patient at this time. This leads to my concluding points, where it highlights how our infrastructure at Euclid will help bring our leadership myopia management to life. As I've mentioned before, we have decades of experience with a well-established team across the globe who have the local insights to help realize our ambition. Over the last year, we've made updates to our leadership team, bringing in diversified, experienced eye health leaders in various functions, including commercial, operations, and engineering. It's very exciting to report that we're under construction now to enable us to double our manufacturing capacity over the next few years. We've also had a recent ownership transition in the last 18 months to a private equity firm who invested in Euclid with the long-term intent of growing our market presence and portfolio in myopia management. Our organizational leadership is driven by a team with strong expertise and a wide-ranging portfolio in both consumer tech, med devices, and healthcare delivery. We are lucky to have access to the team as savvy business partners who are very well connected in driving new growth opportunities globally, and in particularly Asia. With that, thanks again to the team at OIS for this wonderful opportunity to represent Euclid. It really is a privilege to work in a space that has the potential to make a huge impact on public health, a challenge of the size like myopia. A big thanks to the clinicians listening in who are already proactively managing myopia. We need more of you. Thank you for the time.